for the Paddy Power Irish Gold Cup, and that's a postponed meeting roar as they make their way on towards the first. They're all here to see it. They're about to witness it. It is Affordale Fury who goes towards fence number 1 with Galopin Des Champs. They take it together. Monty Star is close behind, and they're all over the first as they race now towards the ditch, and it is Affordale Fury with Galopin Des Champs ridden right up on the pace. Monty Star, Spindlebury and Factifile with Champ Kiley next, and then I Know the Way You're Thinking, Gaelic Warrior 3/4 ways back in front of Grange Clare West and Lecky Watson as they take fence number 2 back in the field. Firefox on the outside of I Am Maximus heading on now to go towards fence number 3. And it is Affordale Fury, and Paul was keen to go forward early on Galopin Des Champs as well.
Yeah, and they went a really good gallop down over the first couple of fences. Galopin has jumped them well. Spindlebury in the yellow colours with Danny Mullins has been quite keen, and Patrick in the pink on the very left a shot, who went at the very back. Gaelic Warriors come alive on him as well.
So they continue on down now towards the fence before the ditch at the bottom of the back straight, and it's Affordale Fury who leads over it from Galopin Des Champs. Monty Star on the inside is Factifile. Mistake, I know the way you're thinking there. Factifile's in 4th. Gaelic Warriors gone up on the outside of Spindlebury. Champ Kiley is next, and then Lecky Watson on the inside of I Know the Way You're Thinking, Grange Clare West. I Am Maximus and Firefox as they begin now to race towards the ditch right down the end of the back straight, and it is Affordale Fury, length and a half to 2 in front from Galopin Des Champs, is going to rise in 2nd, jumps it well. Back in 3rd, Monty Star, and they're being chased by Factifile, who's good and positive towards the pace. Gaelic Warrior is up on his outside. Spindlebury's next, just in behind the leading group of 5. Then Champ Kiley, Lecky Watson the red down the inside of the Gold Cup winner, I Know the Way You're Thinking, Grange Clare West. I Am Maximus, an Irish entry national winner, and last of all is Firefox. Lecky Watson hit that one hard. That's just something you can't get away with in this company.
No, and interfered with I Am Maximus, who's just slipping through on his inside. The one that's really over racing is Gaelic Warrior. He's now gone 4th from having been very drop in, and the one who's racing much differently today, Factifile, has come alive, is I Know the Way You're Thinking. Green cap with the white star. He's a different horse to the horse that was here at Christmas.
Well, they turn in to make their way up the straight first time and on towards fence number 7, and it is Affordale Fury, the Savills winner, who leads the 3-time winner of this contest. That's Galopin Des Champs, then Monty Star as they come towards this one. Next up is I Know the Way You're Thinking with on the near side Gaelic Warrior. Further back behind these to Champ Kiley, I Know the Way You're Thinking, just in front of I Am Maximus, Grange Clare West towards the outside. Next up Firefox and Lecky Watson is last of all as they come up now to pass the stands. They'll get a reception this time around. They'll really get it next time. It is Affordale Fury who leads from Galopin Des Champs, Monty Star and Factifile, Gaelic Warrior, Spindlebury, Champ Kiley, I Know the Way You're Thinking in Grange Clare West, I Am Maximus, Firefox and Lecky Watson. It's quite the roll of honours. They make their way on towards fences 8 and 9 away from the stands. Affordale Fury, the son of Affinity, leads Galopin Des Champs, being followed by Monty Star and Dara O'Keefe. Still Patrick fights with Gaelic Warrior on the outside. On the inside the mare, Spindlebury, under Danny Mullins, bidding to be the first mare. She's unbeaten over fences. She just reached at that one and just guessed a little bit at it, Ruby.
Yeah, and she's been on Danny's hands as well. She needs to relax now and get back into her rhythm. Paul has switched wide here now on Galopin Des Champs, out over in front of the Gaelic Warrior. He's going to go outside Affordale Fury, but Affordale Fury does have a tendency to jump right.
So they go over the next and make their way now towards the turn that'll bring them round towards the back straight, and Gaelic Warrior continues to find his way moving forward, and it's almost, you'd say, possibly Galopin Des Champs gone to the front, but on the inside Affordale Fury's advantage in the inside will allow him to press on. So it's Affordale Fury, and in second is Galopin Des Champs. Monty Star and Gaelic Warrior dispute the 3 forward, Factifile 5. They've opened up a half a dozen lengths in front of Spindlebury and Champ Kiley, who keep company. Grange Clare West, I Know the Way You're Thinking. I Am Maximus is moving forward now, trying to pick up a position at the expense of I Know the Way You're Thinking. Firefox and Lecky Watson are the back pair. 6 big fences coming up now, and over in front Affordale Fury. Good jump, Galopin Des Champs, moved right up almost on terms. Back in behind them in 3rd spot is Monty Star, Gaelic Warrior and Factifile. A break to Champ Kiley. Spindlebury's next, and then Grange Clare West on the outside of I Am Maximus. I Know the Way You're Thinking just hasn't got with the leaders as they make their way on down along the back towards the second one of 6. It is Affordale Fury in front of Galopin Des Champs. Gaelic Warriors back in 3rd, and they've been chased in 4 by Monty Star. Then Factifile is right there on the inside. Next up Champ Kiley. I Am Maximus continues to cut through horses. Spindlebury has now been bypassed by him. I Know the Way You're Thinking is going up on the outside of Grange Clare West as they race now towards the ditch. right over the far side, and it is Affordale Fury from Galopin Des Champs. Right behind them is Monty Star, and they're being chased by Factifile, and on the outside is Gaelic Warrior. So little between them and the John Durkin. They're locked together now, but up front it's Affordale Fury with Galopin Des Champs on the near side as they come towards the next. Monty Star is next, and Galopin Des Champs has just hit the front. You can almost hear it.
You can feel it anyway, Richard, from the crowd below us. He's travelling nicely. Patrick is on his tail. Mark Walsh is happy, and the white cap Spindlebury is pulling up, and the one that's going to stay on will be, I know know the way you're thinking, and I am Maximus, they're not out of it either.
Disappointing Spindlery has pulled up, but Galopin Des Champs landed in front from Factifile, who travels very strong in the hands of Mark Walsh. In between them, Monty Star runs a big one. Just behind the leading three is Gaelic Warrior. Affordale Fury's come under pressure. I Am Maximus continuing to try and stay on with Champ Kiley. I know the way you're thinking in Grange Clare West. They head down to the big ditch at the back of the back straight. Monty Star pokes his head in front just. He's Factifile and Galopin Des Champs big jump the outside. Little between the three as they now make the turn. Gaelic Warrior's dropped a little off them, and it's Factifile on the inside. Monty Star the outside, and Galopin Des Champs just nudged along behind them now, and Monty Star's running a massive race here under Darrow Keefe. Factifile's on the inside, Mark Walsh. Galopin Des Champs and Paul Townend has a big task on now as they begin the turn towards home. Gaelic Warrior, Champ Kiley from a long way back, then I Am Maximus and Firefox. They begin the turn towards home, and it's Factifile on the inside. Monty Star's come under pressure. Galopin Des Champs the same, but he'll come up the straight. Then Gaelic Warrior trying to come back at them. They turn towards home, and Factifile is beginning to push them all under pressure. Gaelic Warrior, Galopin Des Champs and Monty Star. Then comes I Am Maximus and Firefox. They've got one fence left to jump, and it is Factifile, who's so good over 2.5. He's in uncharted territory now, but he's proving it's working from so far. Trying to stay on as Gaelic Warrior. Galopin Des Champs will have to give best back in third, and as they race up inside the closing stages, we lost the Gold Cup winner at the last, but it is a new ground to be grounded in the Irish Gold Cup. It is Factifile who is staying every inch of it, and there's new territory for him. Factifile, ears pricked, and more to come. Gaelic Warrior second, back in third. Galopin Des Champs gave all he could. Firefox was 4. Then I Am Maximus, Monty Star and Champ Kiley. And the final finisher was Grange Clare West. Keith Donoghue is up from his fall at the last. We'll report later on another way of thinking. Well, we all thought that maybe there was a performance like this in Factifile. Today we saw it. Big double up for Donegal Doyle the last two races. Big weekend for Mark Walsh.
Huge weekend for Mark Walsh, John JP McManus and Willie Mullins. And Factifile ridden much differently, Richard. Ridden forward, loud gallop and jump, and you saw a different horse this afternoon. Galopin has gone out and he soared in third place. Gaelic Warriors run a cracking race considering how free he was to finish second. But look, we wanted a horse race, you got a horse race, and look, you always felt that Factifile was a really, really good horse in the stayer. He was disappointed in the King George, but slower surface today. He's jumped brilliantly under Mark Walsh, and he just kept the tempo up. There was a strong gallop early. Affordale Fury pulled up, Spindlebury pulled up, so did Lecky Watson. This fella went with them, and he just kept in the ante from Gaelic Warrior in second.
He stayed so well, and he pricked his ears like
look at him going to the line.
Any doubts about stamina?
Jams on here now in a second.
Watch his ears prick. Just at the line. There's plenty more in that tank when you want it. There you go. Plenty more to come from him. And as we've been saying for most of the weekend, it is Katie and Mark Walsh.
Mark, absolutely brilliant. He was electric today.
Class, a bit like Major yesterday. That's the real Factifile today. He didn't show up in Kempton. The ground was probably too quick for him. He was never happy. I was never happy on him in Kempton, so he's after showing us today what we always knew he could do, and he's done it.
He's some jumper though, Mark, isn't he?
Class, sure, like just a passenger. All I have to do is steer him. He's so clever. Pop or come along, you just leave it to him. He's one of them horses that's a joy to ride.
And he was actually quite free in his stages over the years, but as he's grown up, like everything, he's just taken it all in his stride now, and he was a gorgeous ride today. Handy, ears pricked, watching what he was doing, just looked savage.
That's it, as you say, sure. When they get a bit older, they get a bit clever and they know what they're doing, so yeah, he was fairly keen here. His 2 runs last year over 3 mile behind Galopin Des Champs, but he's learned so much now. He's the complete package now.
And down the back, when you see those 6 fences, bang, 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 he never missed a beat. Where did you think, I knew off the bend they were going to be hard to get to you, but where did you feel, I have this?
Well, I jumped to the front 4 out, which was a mile too soon. I didn't want to be there, but I let him use his jumping. There's no point taking it back. And I knew jumping second last. I just gave him a little squeeze after, and he pricked his ears. There's plenty left. And up the straight now, and you can see him after the last. He's looking at the crowd, he's pricking his ears, so there's plenty left.
This means a lot, Mark. This is a big day, and it's been a big weekend. 4 great runs, you couldn't write it.
That's it, so long may it continue.
Brilliant. Mark, enjoy every bit of it. Absolutely savage.
Thanks, Kate.